This man-child is a third-generation pedophile, abuses his grandmother, and has more skin diseases than an LA streetwalker. He's one of the most delusional people I've ever seen, and he truly has no sense of reality, whether he's texting underage girls or fist-fighting trolls.
Why? Get the fuck out of here. Who's the king? You are? Then run away now.
Cyraxx never thinks he's in the wrong, and it's disgusting to watch. Cyraxx is a live streamer and LolCow whose real name is Chance Wilkins, and he's from Akron, Ohio. Chance was born on September 20th, 1990, which makes him almost 34 years old as of today. Like most of the people I cover on this channel, Chance still lives at home with his grandma, Sally. Honestly, if you're a regular guy and you chip in around the house, I can understand it. But if you're someone like Andy Ditch or Cyraxx, and you abuse your parents in their old age, well, that makes you a psychotic loser.
Fuck with me and my family. Keep fucking pushing it. What? Yeah. You might throw in the dryer. Yeah, you told me to throw it back in the dryer. No, you told me to throw it 160 in the dryer. Oh, yes, I did. Right? You went right in the bedroom. Remember? Yeah, I haven't touched it since. No, these motherfuckers are fucking with our family leader and shit. Not me. Not right now. I'm trying to get these motherfuckers since they need to leave me the fuck alone and our family alone. Protecting our family is more important, thank you.
Despite most of Cyraxx's current situation being 100% his own fault, he was born with a hand than most. Chance did not come from a normal home whatsoever, but for a brief period of time he did have both parents and a few siblings, but nowadays he's completely alone. His mother was named Connie, his father was named Rupel. As far as his siblings go, they're pretty irrelevant in his story, unlike his mom and dad, so I'm not even going to name them. But just to give you a general idea of the Cyraxx family dynamics, none of his siblings speak to Cyraxx, and the one that actually did ended up dying of cancer. Other than Sally, he really doesn't have anyone. His father, Rupel, has been out of the picture for quite a while now. On July 26, 1994, Rupel Mark Smith, Cyraxx's father, kidnapped and raped a 14-year-old girl on a bike trail. Considering Cyraxx was born in 1990, that would make him around 4 years old when his father committed this horrible crime, which means he wouldn't stay in Chance's life for long.
Please leave Aaron Morris out of this. He went from a perfect 5.0 business down to 4.8 overnight.
Did he know about your background when he hired you?
No, he didn't know until a year ago.
Wouldn't that come up on a background check, though?
He didn't do background check.
Oh, well, he fucked up then. I mean, he's hiring a pedophile or a fucking rapist.
I'm not a pedophile. There's a
Sure,
difference.
you are.
A
I can see
pedophile
it in your eyes. I can see it in your eyes, Rupel.
First off, my name is not Rupel. It's Angus.
Angus?
I had my name legally changed 5 years ago.
Were you that big of a loser that you couldn't get at 26, so you had to a 14-year-old?
No. That's not what happened at all.
After some pointless delays in sentencing caused by Rupel, he was finally convicted and served around 20 years in prison. As of late, he's been out of prison and is living in Anchorage, Alaska, under the name Angus Ravenwood. One of Cyraxx's trolls, basically the leader of the trolls named Music Biz Marty, actually interviewed Rupel in 2021, and it went just about as well as you'd expect it to.
Aaron Morris guy just sounds like a real creep. I really want to drop his rating down. I just wanted to take him down to like a 2. We're not doing background checks over there. I mean, who knows what type of rebel rousers he's got working over there.
Actually, I know 90% of his employees personally.
I have a feeling you might be running into a few of them at the unemployment office and the TEP agency, Rupel.
Don't call me Rupel.
You can change your name, but the fact that you're a pedophilia rapist isn't going to go away. I mean, it's still there. There was a 14-year-old in front of you right now. You'd get off this stream and you'd fuck her.
No, I wouldn't. I have a girlfriend. I don't go for young girls.
You probably pretend that they are, make them dress up in schoolgirl outfits.
Whatever, I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
All right, RuPaul, go fuck yourself, you rapist. You pedophile rapist.
There were some crazy claims made in this interview, and I can't include them all, so I'll have a link to the full clip in my description if you want to watch for yourself. His mother's story isn't quite as bad, but by no means was a feel-good story. Connie was reportedly mentally disabled and at one point actually burned her own house down while trying to cook a meal on the stove.
Connie died in a house fire while I was in prison.
On top of all that, she used to drink WorldOfTShirts levels of alcohol during her pregnancy with Chance. So once RuPaul was arrested on rape charges, CPS made a visit and Connie was deemed mentally unfit as a parent.
Yes, it's true. I was in a horrific house fire, but people think it was my fault. It was not. My own son tried to kill me. Chance Wilkins is guilty of attempted murder. Of matricide.
This is when Cyrax's grandmother Sally stepped up to the plate and volunteered to raise this little From what I've seen online, it appears Connie actually died in a house fire 5 years after RuPaul went to prison. I haven't been able to find the article myself personally, but there are pictures floating around that show an article from 2007 in the Alaska Digest claiming Connie died in a mobile home fire while her new husband Michael was at work. RuPaul went on to confirm this in the interview he did with Marty. So judging the situation from those two factors, I think it's safe to say Connie didn't get as good of an ending as Chance's pedo-rapist father did. When you look at Chance, you can clearly see that something went wrong, and the people to blame for this are none other than his own mother and father. The reason behind Chance's odd physical appearance is due to multiple birth defects, which first started because Cyrax's mother, Connie, became pregnant just a few weeks after giving birth to Chance's brother.
I'd rather be a dream chaser and die chasing after my dream than give up or settle. Because you know what? That's giving up on my potential. That's giving up on my identity. That's giving up on my soul. You know what? I'll never do that. See, my dream is to do something professionally with my art. Make a living off my art.
If you didn't know, the recommended time in between pregnancies is around 2 years. Another reason is that Chance was born around 24 weeks premature, which, if you didn't know, usually results in lifelong birth defects or even death. I'm uncertain exactly which condition Cyraxx suffers from, but his teeth are very resemblant of what someone who has cleidocranial dysplasia would look like, which many other people in the Cyraxx community have pointed out. So just going off that, I think there's a very good chance Cyraxx is one of the mere 5,000 people in the United States to have this disease. This isn't the only condition Cyraxx is rumored to have. It's also plausible that Cyraxx suffered from fetal alcohol syndrome, because as I said, his mother drank very heavily during her pregnancy with Chance, so it's not a long shot at all to think he suffered from this disease as well. There are more reasons for people to hate Cyraxx than I could ever fit in one video, so I'm just gonna give you a brief overview into why everyone hates this little scabies-infested piss goblin. The first thing I want to talk about is the insanely delusional ego this moron has.
And you see the back of this jacket right here? Soon enough, the BBR patch is going right there, boys. Right on that motherfucking back. You wanna know why? Because I rep BBR to the fucking death of me. And every fucking label that I've rocked over the years. Killer Clown Sounds on this song. Bloodshot Records right here.
Despite how low tier of a human he actually is in real life, whenever Cyraxx is talking about his music or defending himself, he genuinely thinks he's a real life superhero. There is no better picture of what I'm talking about than when the trolls create fake record labels to make Cyraxx think he's made it big time. The most prolific instance of this happened when Music Biz Marty created 2 fake record labels, Ram Ranch and Bender Boys Records.
So yo, Bender Boys, what's good, bros? How you guys doing, huh?
Then he used these aliases to contact Cyraxx and tell him they were interested in signing him to a record deal, which was obviously untrue. Marty went as far as making these 2 fake labels fight with each other over who got to sign Cyraxx, but in the end, Bender Boys Records was victorious. In response to his new record deal, Cyraxx took to social media with a new look. He really came on camera speaking how he thinks the cool rock stars talk and wearing a leather jacket that put Fonzie to shame. You just can't make this stuff up. Shortly after the celebrations ended, ended, Cyraxx was dropped from Bender Boys Records due to poorly performing music.
Yo, Cyraxx, I
What
got
up,
an
dude?
announcement to make.
What's up, dude?
Well, the video's not doing as well as we thought it was going to.
Yeah.
And speaking with the team here at Bender Boys Records, they deemed you unmanageable,
How?
and then we had to sell your contract, man.
Wait, what the fuck? Are you serious right now?
Yeah,
Are you? No, dude.
we sold
You're
it this
not
morning.
Are you fucking serious right now?
Yeah, the video didn't perform as well as we thought it was going
What
to.
the fuck, dude? Are you fucking serious? I put in all that hard work for nothing? Are you serious right now?
Well, we
Are you fucking
sold
serious?
the contract.
Bro, you're fucking stupid. You're stupid, man.
Aside from the new voice and new outfit, this situation really showcased the delusional ego of Cyraxx in the way that he really thought it was a remote possibility for him to get a record deal. Any sane human that hears his music, even the creator himself, would realize it's the worst thing since ISIS. So the fact that he genuinely believed he got a record deal, considering the music he makes, is a level of delusion I never knew was possible. This is a very common phenomenon in the world of Cyraxx. Even today, he still thinks he will be a famous rock star. Despite his high aspirations, the reality is much more bleak, which brings me to the next reason for the mass dislike of Cyraxx. All he does is lie. He lives in squalor with a bedbug infested room and scabs from their bites all over his body, but mainly his scalp. He's been caught texting minors pictures of his schmeckle on many different occasions, and his search history has revealed a very curious side of Chance, which is in stark contrast to the ultra tough bad boy persona he so desperately tries to portray online. He was also arrested in 2012 for strangling his grandmother, the same woman that saved him from a life of group homes and eventual homelessness. As if all of this wasn't bad enough, Cyraxx takes it a step further by knowing all of the facts I just mentioned, but then acting like a good guy online, when in reality he's a lying, sexually confused pedophile and grandma abuser. A perfect example of Cyraxx denying the truth was when Marty pulled up and beat the dog shit out of him on video.
Why will you leave me alone, boy? Let me out.
Bitch! No! Bitch! Get the fuck out of here. Who's the king? You are? Then run away now. Shut the fuck up.
Fine. You win. You win. You win. Please let me go. I'm begging you. Please.
Get the fuck out of here. Get up. Get the fuck up. Bitch.
As you just heard, Cyraxx ended up screaming and begging for Marty to let him go. He even called him the King of Akron, despite all his past claims of himself being the King of Akron. Now, most people would either make light of the situation and accept the beating, or just never bring it up again. But Cyraxx took a different route. He chose to say that him being beaten up was courageous, and then he tried to play the victim, saying Marty went too far and could have killed him, even though Cyraxx was the one to initiate the confrontation.
How you doing?
Honestly, Marty, what you did, I don't know if you realize this, but you almost fucking killed me.
I could have killed you.
No, you almost did. There was no could have. You almost did. I simply came out there to fucking talk to you, to tell you to leave. I was not going to fucking swing at you at all.
You kind of came bolting out of your door at me, Cyraxx.
That doesn't give you the right to fucking swing on me like you did.
You raised your hand. It looked like you were
I
holding
was
something.
fucking pulling back my sleeve, you dumbass.
Oh, come on.
Don't come on me, man. You almost fucking killed me and you fucking know it.
I'm so glad that Marty was able to put hands on this creature, but as we all know, ultimately it did nothing. He is still as delusional as ever. I mentioned a moment ago that Cyraxx was a pedo and has been caught red-handed before, and it's happened several different times. I'm going to touch on just one of these instances for time's sake, but I can't stress it enough. This is not a one-time thing, and he has a history of this behavior. Allegedly, Cyraxx was texting a girl going by the name Crystal, and they had begun an online relationship together. In this screenshot, you can see the text between Cyraxx and Crystal. The first one at the top is Cyraxx sending her a picture of his penis with the caption, "Promise me you won't show anyone." And a few texts down, you can see Crystal says, "Wow, it's so big," and that she'll be 15 in May, to which Cyraxx responds, "And it's all yours." After the exposing happened, Cyraxx claimed he knew they were a troll and sent the pictures to mess with them. And then he said he didn't know Crystal was underage, despite the clear proof that she did indeed tell him her age. As is the case with most online pedo sting operations, no legal trouble came of this for Chance, and he got away with it. As I mentioned when I began this segment, there are way more reasons as to why everyone hates Cyraxx than I could possibly fit in one video, but the last few minutes should have given you a general overview into the disgusting enigma that is Cyraxx. The rabbit hole goes much, much deeper, and if you're bored lately, I'm sure he can entertain you. The future of Cyraxx is going to be amazing for viewers, but for Chance, it's more than likely going to be an ending he did not see coming. The trolling isn't going to stop anytime soon, and I think it's going to get much worse and much more in Chance's face. On his own, Cyraxx has been banned basically on every platform aside from Facebook, but he still appears in Marty's streams and is acting the same way as always, raging at random shit, singing his heart out, and pulling his dick out to try and get Marty banned.
Chance, fuck you. And your fucking bullshit, and the horse you rode in on, you dumb cunt. Get the fuck out of here.
If Cyraxx hasn't been locked up already by the time his grandmother passes away, I'm sure he'll be sent to prison very shortly after he starts living on his own, either on account of his attraction to minors or his unchecked temper. Either way, the results will be the same. As for his lying and living in squalor, Cyraxx will never stop in my opinion. This is probably the best his life will ever be going forward. Once Sally passes away, he will be left to his own devices and it will not be pretty. The scabs will get worse, the infections will get worse, everything about his living conditions and overall health will get worse. And with that, I wouldn't be surprised one bit if it drove him to act even more depraved than he already does, which inevitably will result in Cyraxx lying until his very last breath. His entire life is built on lies, and without lies, Cyraxx will cease to exist. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you want to see my sources for this video, check out my Twitter, which is at redmanspeaksyt. I'll have all the links posted there. I love you, have a good one, peace.